All right, folks, welcome to our next episode on creating an animatronic horror bear in Autodesk Maya. Last episode, we were able to get the head set up to where each of its features is controlled by these controllers, and then all of them are children of the head controller so that they all stay with it if it moves. Now, in this episode, we're going to work on the torso, the waist, and probably the legs, and we'll save the arms for our final episode on rigging. So, let's get started by going to Workspace, General, Workspace, Reset Current Workspace, oops, Reset Current Workspace. Then we will go to File, Set Project, look for your Fred project, File, Open Fred 20, and then let's do a file, save scene as Fred 21. Now, I had already done this, but you're saving it. Open Fred 20, then save as Fred 21. All right, so in the file last time in our outliner, if you don't see it, go to Window, Outliner. We created all of these groups that have all of the elements inside of them. We're going to work mostly with the controls and the joints again. So to get started, let's work with this bow tie. And so if you remember last time, we have our controls, but in order to avoid any errors when we're trying to keyframe it, we have to turn these controls into groups. So I'm going to select the bow tie control, hit Control G, rename it bow tie control. Then, because we didn't put a actual joint on it to control it, we're just going to click this drop down, choose our bow tie control, and we're going to shift select. Whoops. Hopefully we can get it this way, but if not, we may have to go into our meshes. There you go. So I rotated a little bit so I could get a better click on it. So select the control, shift click the bow tie mesh, then go up here, change this drop down in the top left to rigging, go constrain parent. Now, if I try to rotate that, it should rotate the bow tie. All right, that was an easy one. So I'm going to close this little drop down. Then I'm going to go ahead and look at my torso joint. I just want to see real quick where it goes from. So it goes from the bottom of his stomach to the top. So that'll work. So what I'm going to do is have that selected, shift select his torso, and go to skin, bind skin. Now if I test it, that should move. And do Control Z though, because I want to put it back in place. And I'm going to go look for the torso control, hit Control G, rename it torso control. And then with it selected, I'm then going to go down here and control select my torso joint. Go to constrain parent. The parent needs to be the piece that is selected first. So if I grab that now, my torso moves. All right, so we've pretty much got everything above here done except for the arms. We'll deal with those later. But while we have this set up, I'm going to make sure I have my torso control selected. I'm going to go up here and actually I'm going to I'm going to move up, control select the head control, the red arrow icon, which is the group, and I'm going to choose constrain parent. Then I'm going to choose my torso control again, control select the bow tie group, constrain parent. And now if I grab that, all of those should move together, but the head can still move freely as well. So again, when we're working with trying to create the parents of these groups, we want to choose the actual control. But when we're choosing the child, we want to choose the group. All right, so now we're going to start working our way down his body. And it won't take very long to do the bottom part because there are only 3 controls on each leg and then 1 control on the waist. The only difference this time, we are going to make a lot more parent and child setups. All right, so let's start with the waist. So we got our waist control here. So I'm going to go up, make sure I've got it selected, hit Control G, come down and rename it waist control. I'm going to close this drop down for torso, open the waist one. Then I'm going to go look for my waist joint. I'm going to check the side view just to make sure I think we got it all set up right. Yeah. So it goes from here to here. So with that selected, I'm going to shift click his waist. Then I'm going to go to skin, bind skin. So now if I choose the waist joint, his waist should move. So I'm going to do Control Z to put it back. I'm going to select my waist control, control select my waist joint, hit constrain parent. Now that should move the waist. All right, so we're making progress. Now we're going to work on the legs, and then we are going to make some adjustments to the foot where they pivot, so we'll do that in a little bit. So let's start with the upper right or upper left or left top leg control. So I'm going to hit Control G, rename it left top leg control. I'm going to leave this open for now because we're going to come back to that in a little bit. But I'm going to make sure I have the left top leg control available. Then I'm going to choose the left top leg joint and shift click the left top leg mesh, constrain parent. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab my left top leg control, control select the, oh, that was a mistake on my part. Let's undo that real quick. Get back to just where we had renamed our control. I don't know what I was thinking. We want to select the left top leg. Where is it at? Left top leg joint. Shift click this, the left top leg mesh, and go to skin, bind skin. That way it attaches correctly. Then we want to grab our left top leg control, control select our left top leg joint, constrain parent. Now that control itself should control the mesh. All right, now we're going to go down to the next one. And this one is the left bottom leg control. Control G. Let's call it left bottom leg control. And I'm leaving these open because we're going to come back to them in a little bit. Then I'm going to grab my left bottom leg joint, shift click the left bottom part of the leg, skin, bind skin. then grab the left bottom leg control, control select the left bottom leg joint, constrain parent. So now that one should move that. All right, so real quick, let's go ahead and do the edits to both feet. So one thing we're going to adjust is where this ankle is going to pivot from. So what we'll do is I'm going to select my left foot joint, go to my side view, and and actually I'm going to see if I can do both at the same time. So I'm going to grab both the left foot and the right foot joints, and I'm going to move them forward and up to where the ankle should pivot from. So kind of right there. Then I'm going to grab both just the front joints of them, bring those down to where they line up with the front of the foot. Then I want to grab the right foot control and the left foot control, and I'm going to move those up to where the ankle will pivot. So now if we look, it's going to look something like that. That way when we rotate the ankle, it'll actually rotate from where the ankle is. So that was just something I wanted to do and keep them both equal. All right, so now we got that. Now I'm going to go to my left foot control, hit Control G. I'm going to call it left foot control. Going to go ahead and select my left foot joint, shift click the mesh, skin, bind skin. Then I'm going to grab my left foot control, control select the left foot joint, constrain parent. And now if I grab that control and I use the rotate, it'll look like it pivots on the ankle instead. Same thing there. All right, so now let's do the other side. Or no, let's just finish this guy off and then we'll do the right side. So what I'm going to do is basically the leg, the upper part of the leg has to be a child of the waist. So I'm going to select the waist control. Then I'm going to control select the top leg control, the group. And I'm going to go constrain parent. Then the top leg control, so the blue one, needs to still have control over the bottom leg. If the top leg part moves, the bottom leg should move as well. So I'm going to select the blue little curvy line of the top leg control, control select the bottom leg group control, and I'm going to do constrain parent. Then if the knee moves or bends, the bottom or the foot should go with it. So I'm going to choose the left bottom leg control, and I'm going to control select the left foot control, the group, and I'm going to do constrain parent. So now, if I take my waist and I move it, the leg goes. If I take the top of the leg, the bottom of it goes. If I do the knee, the foot goes. And then, of course, the foot can still be independent. All right, so now we can go ahead and close the left top leg, the left bottom leg, the left foot. I'm going to rotate to the other side. Going to grab the right top leg control, hit Control G, come over here, rename it, right top leg control. Open that up so we can see it. Then I'm going to choose the right top leg joint, shift click the right top leg mesh, go to skin, bind skin. Grab my right top leg control, grab my right top leg joint, do constrain parent. Now that parent should move the leg. All right, move down further. Grab the right bottom leg control, hit Control G, rename it, right bottom leg control. Open that up. Going to select my right bottom leg joints, shift click the mesh, skin, find skin, then choose my right bottom leg control, control select the right bottom leg joint, constrain parent. So now if I grab that one, that moves. Finally, the foot. Let's get the right foot control, Control G, rename it right foot control. Go ahead and get the joints, right foot joint, shift click the mesh, skin, find skin, then right foot control, control select right foot joint, constrain parent. All right, now let's work on their hierarchy. So grab my waist, control, the blue one, control select the right top leg control group, constrain parent, then choose the right top leg control, control select the right bottom leg control group, constrain parent, then select the right bottom leg control, the blue one, control select the group for the right foot control, constrain parent. So now let's check the waist again. Moves both legs, top leg control, moves the whole thing. Bottom leg moves the knee and the foot. And finally, the foot is still independent. All right. So the waist is completely done at this point. So I'm going to close these up all the way. And the last part we're going to do for this episode is our root control. Now, if our character is just going to be kind of his own controller, not having to worry about anything else, being a child of anything else, we could leave the root controller like this. But let's say we wanted to pose him and put him in a car or something, and then we want him to go where the car goes. Well, then we would want this root control to be able to be keyframed or be a child of the car. That would make animating a little easier. So just for safety, I'm going to hit Control G on the root control, and I'm going to call this root control. And let's just also add at the very beginning, bear root control, just in case we put anything else in the scene with them. Then I'm going to click the drop down, choose the root control, and I'm going to control select our waist control group. And I'm going to hit constrain parent. Then I'm going to choose root control. I'm going to control select the torso control group, constrain parent. That way it is the parent of these two. They're still independent and can move either the stuff above them or below them. But if I choose the root control, now everything else goes with it. Now, once we finish the arms in the next episode, they will follow the torso, which will then make them follow if the root control moves. But for right now, we have our bear rigged all the way through the center. So the next video, we will do the arms. Again, they're going to be a little more tedious because of the fingers, but we'll get through it. So for now, I'm going to do a file save. Again, it's Fred21. Do a file save, and then I'll see you in the next video. Good luck.